It's always so nice just camping by the river. Dub C here. We're back on our Survival Saturday. Got a bunch of awesome gear to check out. Got a really awesome tent if you watch the news and updates. This is actually a tent that Shawker 71 sent me, one of my favorite setups so far. I'll be showing setup on that. I got a new Valhalla Survival bottle. Really excited for that. Got a new axe from, I believe it's Schrade, if I'm saying it right. And then for food, I actually got a Polish ration, 24-hour SRG-5. So really excited to check everything out. But it's time to set up camp. I actually came up north for this trip, and I wanted to really continue to work on my hiking and camping skills. I hiked out to a nice spot, and I found a beautiful spot, clearing on the river's edge, so I'll be setting up camp here. Okay, aside from it being extremely easy setup, all I'm doing was taking the two poles, clipping it all the way across. There's only one loop to put it in that I know of, and I may not be putting this together perfect, but it seems to work just fine. One thing I do know is your front side is your large opening, and then the back side there's actually a smaller opening, and I'll show why. Once I put the rainfly on, it creates like a back porch or like another place where you could actually store gear if it was raining to keep it safe. So I'll go ahead and put that up now. Another really amazing thing about this tent is the poles and the stakes are made by Easton. Like reminds me of like a bow and arrow, making arrows. And the material is very durable. I mean, the stake is amazing. It goes right into the ground and you can pull it right back up. But some of the best stakes I've worked with, as well as the tent poles snapping together and there's no seam. They're very clean and, like I said, extremely durable. Okay, and just like that, tent set up. I really like the rainfly, and I'll show you why it's my favorite part. So like I said, this is the main entrance. You get set up in here, there's another door. Because most tents you get, you'll have just a setup and the rainfly will just cover, you know, yourself and gear. Well, check this out. I open this back spot. I have additional storage in this area. And now I could have put a ground cover if I wanted and all that. But I have additional storage that I can place anything here that actually protect it from getting wet. So it's a really nice, I mean, I always think about if I take my hammock, if I take my, like, I have the gear top tent, one person, and then it's like you have to have a spot for your gear or put a tarp up. Well, this one, you got it all set up. And also, from the rainfly backside, the back of the tent, you can open this little spot right here. You can also place stuff, storage, access the back so you don't have to mess with your tent or inside your tent. So I thought that was a really nice feature. Okay, since we got tent set up, it's time to get some firewood. So I collected some deadfall. We'll go and chop it up with this axe. So has a nice like a molded sheath. The snap button closes that up. Pretty durable. Looks like it's got a belt loop right here. I mean, I don't know if I'd like it like a soft sheath or hard one like this, but overall looks like it protects you pretty well. Now the cool thing about this, it does have ferro rod built in. The bad thing is when I'm swinging the axe, because I did try a little bit, it tends to pop out, and I already lost this once. I was able to find it luckily, but if it pops out on the ground, it should be like a bright color so you could kind of find it. This is the model of this axe. Looks like a SCX2, and to be honest, I'm not too happy about it just yet. It doesn't fit my hand that well. The handle's a little bit small, and maybe the axe is a little bit small too. and when I'm swinging it, my hand tends to slip down. And when it slips down, it's also, I'm gripping the string, and that also causes this to pop out. And it's not by, you know, on purpose or anything, but I'll go ahead and chop one up. It also doesn't feel that sharp, and I thought these were a lot sharper, but I'm also just going off, because I use the Gerber currently, and I wanted to try this one out. It does have the, like, hammer edge, but I would prefer that be flat, so if you were, like, to use it to baton firewood or, you know, building something, doesn't have to have that aggressive edge. But let's go ahead and chop some wood. Like I said, it just is a lot more effort to chop than with my Gerber. Might be because I'm used to it. Maybe I need a bigger model. But this one just does not fit the hand, so I can't get a good swing on it. One cool thing is it does have a spot where you can use, it has a little flame by there. You can use that to as a 90-degree edge for your ferro rod. Personally, not the axe for me. I probably will use my Gerber. Just because, like I said, until I maybe try a bigger one of these, but, you know, it was worth a shot, and that's why I field test stuff. Okay, got a good part of the firewood started. I need to cut it up some more. Also got a more deadfall over there, but I'm starving. Okay, camp's coming along pretty good. It's dinner time. Okay, this is a Polish 24-hour ration. I've had the single meal. I've had the shooter ration. Both were fantastic. This was sent over by Oldsmokey, so special thanks to him. And he does live streams on Saturdays. Does awesome job. Eats old foods, drinks old beer. Man, it's amazing what he does. He has an awesome community. Really enjoyable live streams. Definitely check him out. Now, I will open this up. It's massive. It's one of those big, heavy duty 24 hours, so it's probably pretty loaded. So let's see what we got. Looks like it's 9/28/2020, so it's fairly new. I don't see any like tear notches, but let's go ahead and cut the side open. Start pulling stuff out. Here right off the bat, I got, looks like 3 accessory or spoons. That's pretty cool. Usually only get one set to use the whole time. Got a whole pack of, looks like crisp bread. Okay, we got a canned main. It's a pretty big one too. I think that's the chicken with cheese. I thought that was pretty interesting. We got another main. Looks it's pretty cool. They got the actually resealable tops. So if you don't eat them all, you can just reseal them up for labor. It's like maybe a tea or a drink. Okay, I got maybe 3 drinks here. I'm not quite sure. So I'll have to translate some of it. Oh, it looks like 4 of them. Okay, we got either some jam or some lunch meat or pate. And I'm surprised the containers are actually, oh, that's some honey, are in really good shape. So the way they pack, you can tell the way they pack this ration in. I can feel it's really well done. So it doesn't, I mean, it really, the only thing that was beat up so far is the 2 main cams. Another, looks like a side dish. Holy moly, look at that side of that chocolate bar. Dark chocolate, awesome. Another can of either pate or luncheon meat. Got some of the old famous hardcore biscuits or crackers. I enjoy them, but not a lot of people do. Okay, looks like we got a stove for cooking the meals. Awesome. This did not come in the, I think it's the 8-hour meals. Looks like a fruit bar. Another pack of the crisp bread. Looks like another drink. Look at that. That's cool. So it has like a throwaway cups, which is really interesting, and then the accessory kit inside the cups. And that's it for what's inside. And there is a piece of paper right there that comes inside it. Looks like a maybe inventory list. All right, we're going to open these cups up. We got our cups actually holding the accessories. We got 3 pieces of candy. It actually comes with the 3 of these coffee gums, which are really good to me. Not for everybody because they have that strong coffee flavor. Looks like a water bag or, a contents bag if you want to reseal some food. Possibly some coffee or tea. I have to translate that. Pack of napkins. Some salt. Looks like comes with 2 packs salt, 2 packs of pepper. Little pepper packets. Then we have some sugar. Looks like 3 Be Fresh towelettes and 3 pieces of the gum. Okay, so I just picked up one of the meals on the bag because it actually says the meals on here, and it also has a cool little thing here. It tells you how much water it takes to make these meals. It's 1,500 milliliters. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It looks like this is an instant drink. I'm not sure what this is. Translator's not working out for me out here. I do not have any signal, so I'm just going to wing it. Now we're just going to pop this open, get this set up to cook the cans. All right, so this is a really interesting setup. Oh, that's cool. Like a little, maybe fuel tabs. Yep. We have, looks like maybe some matches or something. So in these tubes, really nice setup. Got like some outdoor matches or some all-weather matches, along with, I think this is the device to put on the cup or the can, and then it has some traditional matches as well. I really like these tubes. I mean, that's a really great idea. Keeping them safe, keep them out of the water. If it starts raining or anything, like they just seal them up. Oh, there goes the something. This is the stove. And it looks like it just comes with a trash bag. Okay, I got my stove all folded up, ready to go. I'll set that aside. It has all the instructions on the back. It has the this device, which you have 2 options, 1 and option 2. I think I'm going to do option 1. Okay, now that I've got this folded in the right direction, I should be able to use it as a handle. The stove is all set up, and then again, with this tube, it's really nice. You don't think you have to touch it. So just drop the tab on there. We'll go ahead and use the weatherproof matches. That did perfectly getting that thing going. Now we'll go and open the main. This is supposed to be like the chicken breast fillet with cheese. We're going to open it slightly and just set it on the stove. Let it cook. We'll go ahead and open this up. Okay, this is the freeze-dried fruit. I've actually had this in another ration. I think there's a Polish single meal, so that's fantastic. Okay, this is definitely the drink, so I'll go ahead and add it to the disposable cup. Go ahead and open the utensils. It comes with a knife, fork, and a spoon, and then a little spoon, and then 2 napkins. I'm pretty hungry, so I'm going to add this, and I can seal it up for lunch tomorrow. But looks like probably a meat, yeah, just something we can throw on a cracker. But I think it's like a pork pate or a pork luncheon meat. We'll go and open the crisp bread up real quick. Now we got the big crackers. Probably put these in the main juices because definitely would soften them up. Time to start eating. So I'm going to try this luncheon meat real quick on the crisp bread. It's actually pretty mild. I thought it'd be more salty, but it actually goes great with this crisp bread. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you try this ration, and these cans are very sharp inside. I almost cut myself on that. So if you open these cans, make sure you're very careful. And try some of the freeze-dried fruit. It's like strawberries, pieces of banana. I really think freeze-dried fruit should be in every ration. I really enjoy it, and it's a perfect lightweight snack that has a lot of flavor. Looks like the main's about done, but it did make quite a mess. So once we get that wiped off, we'll pop it open and see what we got. Okay, I got it all cleaned up. It's like a cheese sauce and a very tender chicken piece. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some of these in here while the juices are still hot. These are the pieces of the hard biscuit or cracker. Kind of soak up some of that cheese juice. Let's go ahead and try a piece of this chicken. It looks and smells amazing. Wow, this is incredible. The chicken is so tender, juicy. In the cheese sauce, I thought it was going to be overwhelming at first, but it's very, very light, and it just adds that, like, a little bit of flavor. It's so good. Such a wholesome, and this is very remind me of something I would make at home. Very homemade. I'm going to go ahead and wash it down with this. I believe this is like the instant tea with lemon. Yeah, it just has that, it's not nothing great. It does quench your thirst, but it is the, like, instant tea. Like, you know, from the powder form. It's not bad. I like to have my tea made or brewed, like, fresh. I'm losing daylight here, but I do want to try a few more things. So I got the cheese sauce. I'll try it on the crisp bread first. That is definitely awesome too. The crisp bread, I mean, this stuff is like cheese gravy. That is awesome. Now we'll go ahead and try this cracker. Hopefully it softened up a little bit in that cheese gravy. Overall, I'm very impressed with this entire main. Adding the crisp breads is awesome. Adding the biscuits, they softened up, absorbed all that cheese gravy. It's absolutely fantastic. I busted up the rest of those and just put them in that cheese gravy. And then as far as the heater did fantastic. This stuff is piping hot, and it's still very warm. So excellent job with the heater, and I really like the fact that you don't have to touch the tabs. Really easy and awesome setup. It's time for some dessert. So I'll have the piece of the dark chocolate. This is an absolutely massive bar. I'll go ahead and take a piece of it and try it out. Okay, this is some awesome dark chocolate. I really enjoy it. It's not overly sweet, and it has like a little bitter kick to it. It's only 60% dark chocolate, but still very enjoyable. Love that brand. Well, this has been a fantastic dinner. I'm super impressed with all the Polish mains, and they keep on getting better. But it's time to get a fire going. Okay, so I will use the axe and the ferro rod that comes with it. You can just strike it on the top because of the 9-degree edge. Maybe using live fire starter, so I can just move it in there. A lot of the tender is really wet right now, so let's go ahead and get a fire going. Okay, with this, we can just slide it in here, ignite it, and once it's on fire, just pull it back out. Okay, it is a little bit awkward, but in a pinch, you could definitely start a fire with it. Okay, got a nice fire going. Had an awesome dinner. Got camp set up. It's awesome. One thing that's really cool about the river is camping on the river, and it's kind of a dilemma. I got what's more calming, the noise from the river, kind of how the river flowing, or the fire. They're both pretty awesome to me. I got the Valhalla Survival bottle. There's one cool thing I want to show about tonight. I'll actually open it up tomorrow, because I brought enough water to supply me for the night, but it has some purifying tools in it that we'll use in the morning. But there's definitely one cool thing I want to show you about this bottle. You gotta wait till it goes dark to show. Okay, the real cool thing about this bottle is if you happen to drop it in the dark, it's glow in the dark. So I'll show a photo of that right now. It doesn't really show up on the video, but it is super bright, and you'd easily be able to see it. Okay, it's bedtime and it is cold out. So, not 2 weeks ago, we were out camping. It was like high 70s, extremely hard to sleep. I am up north, but it is like mid 40s right now. We've got the fire all stoked up, but it's time to go to bed. So I guess it's lights out. Okay, it's morning time, and wow, we got cold last night. The tent worked great. Did keeping a lot of heat, but I was not prepared for the low 40s that it got. Still got really cold. First thing I want to do is build a raging fire in the morning just to get warmed up. I got my hoodie on, and then I'm drinking my coffee. Special thanks to Average Joe and Marie. He sent me that storm kettle. Made awesome coffee. Jack of Trades for the cup and the brewer, because I was able to put these grounds in that brew machine and just put the hot water in them. Have fresh coffee. This is pretty good. It's a Burundi. It was also sent by Average Joe and Marie. It's a medium dark roast, sweet with citric, acidy, and smooth. It's like it's a mild floral flavors. It is a lighter coffee, even though it's medium roast, and it has some very interesting flavors. It beats my normal everyday coffee because I just, typically like the taster's choice, and this has a much different taste in it. So I'm running low on water, so I'm going to go ahead and bust out the Valhalla Survival bottle real quick, show some of the water purification inside it. And it's a newer company, and I'm not sure if they have the website up by the time this video goes up, but if it does, I'll put a link down below. You can definitely check them out. Okay, the Valhalla Survival bottle, as you know, it's glow in the dark. I showed some of that footage last night. It's got a clip on the top that I really like. You can just clip on your pack, or a molly strap, or anything like that. Twist right off. See what we got inside. So first thing we got is looks like a straw for a water filter. We got a Valhalla Survival water filtration tube, just put it in the water, and I think the straw goes on the very end. So I can get fresh water that way, and these filter a lot of water. But I want to see if I can get some, yep, there they are. Got some aqua tabs and some water bags. And then I think it is double wall insulate, so it keeps your hot water hot and your cold water cold. But looks like it comes with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 aqua tabs, and then see how many water bags. And these are basically, you put one tab in per bag, and it looks like it comes with 3 water bags. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill one of these up right now, throw a tab in, get some water. Actually, I might need 2. I'll save the filter since I got the river water. With the aqua tabs, you get 10 liters of water. You got 3 bags to utilize, to reuse. So that's 10 liters of water, just this bottle providing via the aqua tabs. This thing, I believe, I have to get the data sheet. I think it was at home, but it filters water. I think you can filter all kinds of, through water bottles, water bags, and you can put an inline filter on your like a Camelback. And there's a lot of things you can do with it, but I think it filters 4,000 liters. So that's, with this bag, you're talking a lot, or with this bottle, you're getting a lot of options to have water, and you get the bottle afterwards. Okay, these bags are sealed, so you kind of open up the top, and you got 2 little pull stabs. Pull it open, and it's got a wire kind of top, so it holds it open. So that's nice. So you can actually collect your water a lot easier. Try not to stir up the water, because then you get a bunch of contaminants. But because this the bag is open in the front, it's a lot easier to fill. I got my river water. It's got a beautiful tint to it. I got my aqua tab opened up. Go ahead and put it inside there. It falls to the bottom, and you'll see it's fizzing in that little corner. You know it's working. So now I'm going to seal up the bag. And let this sit for about 2 hours. And that way I'll know it's purified. Okay, now I got the water kind of set up, because one thing you want to consider is you want to be proactive when you're purifying water. Always kind of get it when you don't need it. Therefore, when you plan for it, you have it. And I have enough to get me through breakfast and enough to get ahead for my coffee, but I'll use that purified water for lunch, so it works out. Now for breakfast, I'm going to have the fruit bar. I got a pack of coffee, got a wet nap. I'm going to use the meat spread, which was from dinner time, and because it's sealed up, it's really nice. You can just seal it right back up when you don't need it. I believe I have some raspberry jam, some honey, crisp bread, and then coffee candy. I'm going to use the wet nap to clean up real quick before I start making some food. I always like these because they have the lemon scent. That's one of my favorites. And now let's go ahead and open up the jam. It's real nice. I think this is raspberry, and then the honey feels a little bit hard, but we'll see. Yeah. Still, I like it like that. And then we have the crisp bread, which I've already had for dinner. Not sure what flavor this is. I think it may be apricot. That's what it looks like. I remember my first time reviewing a Polish ration, I didn't know what this coating was. It's actually rice paper to protect your fingers from getting sticky. And I'm always amazed by it. It's a really nice touch for a ration. Okay, the water should be ready for my coffee. Little instant coffee pack. And try out some of the raspberry jam on a crisp bread. It's actually like raspberry juice. Look at that. It is not raspberry jam. That was my bad. I misread it on the translation. It is cherry jam, and that's why it's so tart. It makes a lot more sense. When I tasted it, I was like, I gotta double check. Check the bag, and it says cherry. So apologize for that, but that is cherry jam. Really tart, really nice. But it's now I'm trying to try some of that honey. And it's definitely hardened up. I could probably warm it up if I wanted to, but I said I like it a little bit like this. It reminds me of like fresh off the honeycomb. I absolutely love honey like this. It has like a crunchy texture to it, and it's perfect to go with crisp bread. I think this goes with the crisp bread better than anything I've ever had, because the crisp bread is just, to me, is a little weird. It went great with the cheese gravy, but it's still, I think this is the best combination so far. I'm gonna go ahead and try the coffee now. I made the coffee with 8 ounces of water, and I love it. Very, very rich. It's bitter and has a bite to it. That's exactly how I like it, especially with sweet items for breakfast. I'm going to go ahead and try the apricot bar. Okay, this is excellent. I actually finished it real quickly. It is a cereal fruits bar. I was trying to translate some more. And it has like all kinds of different fruit in it. And it tastes like a fruit muesli. Really enjoyable. Man, like I said, because of the packaging, I thought it was apricot, but that's a bummer about not having signal and being able to translate. You got to try and figure out what you can, the best you can. Okay, last thing to try was the coffee candy. As far as coffee candies, these are some of the best in my opinion. Very strong coffee flavor, very light sweetness, and I really enjoy that. If you don't like coffee, you're not going to like these. These are a really good breakfast. I do wish there was like some kind of main with it though. I love the Polish mains, and there's only a lunch and a dinner main. Now the fruit, the freeze-dried fruit, I think was supposed to go with breakfast, but I ate for dinner. No big deal. But now I'm going to see if I can get some drone footage. No promises. I'm not sure if I can find a spot to take off. Okay, it's lunchtime. Got my river water all purified up. Guess it only takes a half hour, but it doesn't hurt to let it sit. And then for lunch we're having, I believe it's a goulash. We have meat spread. I got one of the other drinks, 2 candies, some more biscuits, and the crisp bread. This is actually Hungarian stew, Hungarian vegetable stew with sausage. So go and pop this open. Sounds amazing. And we'll go ahead and get the stove going, get this cooked up. Let's take a look at this before we cook it. Oh yeah, that looks real good. Okay, let's go ahead and open this up. Looks like another lunch meat or spread, so use that. We get another drink. They all seem to have different flavors, so we'll go ahead and try this one. Yeah, it's like a red beads instead of the other kinds. Has like a berry flavor or smell to it. Gonna add my purified water. All right, now we'll try the this. Oh, well, that's no good. One down. Let's try the knife. The silverware usually breaks up pretty good in these rations, so it's always good to have backup. Try it on the crisp bread. Yeah, just another luncheon meat. It goes good. It reminds me of like the, it's the same as the other one we had for the dinner. Not very salty, and it goes good with the crisp bread. I was going to use on this cracker, but I'm going to save those to put in the main because it looks like it's pretty soupy, and that'll be perfect to absorb some of that. Okay, I'm going to try some of the, I think it's an instant tea with the purified water. Yeah, it's a nice refreshing raspberry flavor. I don't taste anything to do with the purified water, so no issue with that, and nice to have clean water when you run out. I went ahead and busted up all these biscuits so I can throw them right in the main because I think that's going to go great. The main's almost done, so we're almost ready to try that. Seeing like zucchini, green beans, the sausage. This thing's looking amazing. Has a really nice smell to it as well. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Another Polish main. Fantastic. This needs no seasoning. Awesome texture of the vegetables. The sausage is MVP. It has such good seasoning. This thing is great. Doesn't need salt, doesn't need pepper. Just needs a spoon so I can eat it. We'll add some of these pieces in there. Let them soak in that juice. Alright, we're going to try some of these. Look at that, it's got the biscuit in there. Soaked it all up. Let's try that. Okay, it's even better with these crackers. These crackers absorb the flavor. They definitely get softer in the juice, so it's definitely recommended. Everybody's telling me you got to put them in like hot coffee, tea, or the mains, and I get it. It makes a lot of sense, and it tastes really good. It adds that crunch to the flavor. They're overall fantastic main. Okay, last thing we got to try is some vitamin C candy. It looks like there's a couple flavors. I'll go ahead and try this one. Nice lemon flavored candy, and it's got the, I believe, vitamin C in it, so it's really nice and would be great for after meals. Okay, so another fantastic meal. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and we'll head to recap. Okay, time for the recap for the overnight, the gear, and the food. The overnight. Finally got some cooler weather. So nice, but I wasn't quite ready for it. It's nice to have the mosquitoes kind of die down a little bit, but they were out still. But man, it was really nice to be able to sleep cold. I didn't really prepare to it. But also, this tent, wow, super awesome tent, very roomy. Having the back porch where I can store all my gear in case it rains, or having storage, like if I'm thirsty, I got my water right out there, I can drink some, or if I need something, it's right there, and it's protected. That is huge. And like I said, if I need to cool it down, I could open up the vents because there's vents on both sides, or if I need to seal it up, it seals up as well. So fantastic tent. Special thanks again to Shawker 71. This thing is awesome, and I plan on taking this to my Pathfinder's course. Now, as far as other gear, we have the Valhalla Survival bottle, which is prototype, glow in the dark. So if you lose it, or you need water, or you don't have a light, you can see it. And having all the purification tools inside it, that's alone going to be worth it to purchase. But the fact that it has, the bottle as well and the glow in the dark feature, that's awesome. So I'm really hoping that they are able to launch that, get that going, because I think it'll be a very popular product. I really like the top where you can lack onto your backpack or whatever. But if it is up, the website will be down in the description. You check them out. And then the axe. So I think it's a Schrade axe. Now I've heard a lot of great things about this brand, and it's a pretty good axe, very durable, but it just did not fit my hand right. I was not comfortable chopping with it. Didn't feel sharp compared to the Gerber that I carry with me, and I may have to just get a different one. I'm not sure. I was able to start the fire with the ferro rod and the top of the blade. It was a little awkward, but it would definitely work. So not going to be for me. I'll probably, like I said, if I try another kind, it'll be a larger version of this to see if it's any better. As far as the food, this is the Polish 24-hour ration. Got this from Oldsmokey. Special thanks again to him for sending my way. It was awesome. The mains. Wow. The one thing that stood out to me was the chicken and cheese. When I first read that, translated it, I was like, what is that? I mean, it doesn't sound like a great combo, like a chicken breast and the cheese, but it was like cheese gravy. Wow. I love gravy, and I love cheese, and I love chicken. Put all three together, and then putting the biscuits in there and softening them up. Fantastic. And then the Hungarian stew with sausage, that's even better. Had more flavor, more seasoning. The Polish mains are just homemade, really good. I mean, that's MVP of this ration. Everything else is really good. I do love the cook set. Really like how the fuel tabs are on the little tubes and the matches. That way, if it rains or if it gets wet, it's going to be protected. The stove worked really well and cooked all the mains really good. And then love having all the accessory of the drinks, all kinds of the drinks, the accessory kit, and having the cups. New. I'm not used to having like cups like given to in rations, but that was really nice. And they stuffed the accessory kits in there. So many great things about this ration, but the mains stuck out the most to me. Fantastic. It was another great overnight. And the days are counting down, so I'm on my way to Pathfinder Basic. So I just got to keep on training, keep on learning. So that's all I got now. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.